Well, today I spent painting all of the clay leaves and flowers that I had made the day before. I was hoping that I'd made enough. I don't have the forms. My sister-in-law has them, so when we have our day where we craft together, she said I could use them. So I tried to make as many as I thought I might need. And so I'm just adding some different variations of color just to give them a little bit of dimension. And I wanted to go with an orange or a yellowy color against the house, but this is a light orange. It actually looks kind of yellow, but it's not. And I wound up highlighting them with a sunshine color, and they really look good. And then now it was about piecing them in there, and I had to lay a piece of wood inside to raise up the bed so that the leaves aren't just sinking down into the box. And that glue is wonderful. It holds everything, but it's very stringy. That's the biggest problem I have with that, is all these little hairs that I have to pick and pull, and sometimes you pull too hard and you pull out the thing you've just glued. So I try to be very delicate with that. And I'm glad that I had the foresight to bend some of the leaves. I curled them a little bit, let them dry that way, and it's nice because they just kind of hang on the corners of the box and look really nice. Now, some of them I'm so glad I was able to pick apart. This is that oven baked clay, and I've have all kinds of clay, but this is the one I used for these, and you can cut them and size them. And then of course I touched up the paint when I was done to make them fit in the little spots so there's no gaps. And I'm very happy how it turned out. I love the color against the wood, and it looks very, very nice. So now I'm picking out through all of my rocks, and I have many, many, many for the chimney. And here I'm trying to get the angle just right because, of course, I'm very challenged with certain things, and angles is one of them. Although my husband has discussed it with me and trying to help me learn, it's really difficult. It's different when on something big, but when it's something little like this, it's a little more challenging for me. And it always seems to be a little offset or leaning or something, which is the words wonky and whimsical come into the mix. And I absolutely love those words and use them as much as possible. And I have tons and tons of cardboard and recycled materials that I use for things like this. And because the rocks are going to get heavy, and I needed something sturdier than just maybe a cracker box. And this was something that came in, I'm not sure what we had, but it's really, really thick and glossy, and it just worked perfectly for this chimney to hold the weight of the rocks when it was done. And I was happy that I got it on the first try, and it fits perfectly. So now I'm just going to have to get it painted and then get the rocks picked out and deciding which ones I want to put on there and what order. And that's a whole nother thing as well. And then I fill in all of the little places with the teeny tiny stones that we'd gotten. Actually, a lady was getting rid of her aquarium, and she had buckets and buckets of the aquarium rocks, and she asked me if I wanted them, and I said absolutely yes. Of course, that's been many years ago, and I have used them on many projects. Of course, picking out the neon blue and neon pink pieces that are in there, because I don't use those for anything. I used Mod Podge to glue on the rocks, and that way it gives it a nice clean finish. And after this point, I didn't realize my phone was not recording, but we went from this to the final product, and I'm very happy with it. What do you think? Would you have done something differently? Would you have done a different color? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. God bless all y'all. And now I'm going to have to work on project number 3. And also any suggestions, leave that in the comment section below. And God bless all of y'all.